Anyway, this is alertwolf here to bring you another review. This time it is Kotoura-San, episode 8. It's not a date, it's the name of the episode. So, basically, we start this off back where the other episode left off. They're in the club room celebrating Kotoura's birthday. They're looking the present Manabe gave her, which was a little locket thing, like a teardrop almost looking metal thing, and they thought it was nice. Now he gave her a picture of it's like a pinup picture of him. She crushed it. And the next day, Kotoura is getting ready for school. She's meeting Manabe. They're gonna walk to school, but she doesn't sound too good, and it turns out she has the fever. He takes her in. The whole group there takes care of her for a little while, and then it's decided that Manabe should take care of her. And this is only because her psychic abilities aren't working while she's sick. The president notices this when she tries to tell her something through her mind, and she didn't catch on. And Manabe catches this real fast when he does some pervy shit and doesn't get caught for it. And there's some funny fantasy sequences. The first fantasy is rubbing her back down, and then it's all these different hentai fantasies, and he's but it's not fun when she's not embarrassed by them. And then she's thinking he's behaving like a gentleman, and she offers to let him scrub her back and pulls down her shirt a little. And I'm not gonna lie, that's gonna be my thumbnail. I thought that scene was hilarious because there's Manabe panicking. This is as big of a pervert as he is, he just couldn't do it, you know. So he runs away, and then she realizes what she was doing, and she falls asleep. He gets her some food. She wakes up, and she's having dreams and memories of her mom taking care of her when she was sick, and her mom bringing her porridge and stuff like that. And she was upset that she was all alone and sick, and then he comes in and gives her some food, helps her feel better, and then he was going to leave, and she didn't want him to go, so she wanted him to hold her hand all night. He did, even though he was fighting the urge to do naughty things to her. I understand that urge. But he's a good guy. He's a good guy, you know? He's a good guy. He does what he does, and he cares for her. So he takes care of her. The next day, she's back. She's feeling great. At the Research Society. Still hasn't gotten her powers back, but they confront Manabe on the dirtiness, and he's like, of course I had dirtiness, you know, but I overcame it. And then Moritani just beats the shit out of him constantly, back and forth, beats him up. And even the VP is like, alright, I guess we know what her role in this group is. Yeah, she's the enforcer. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. The press comes up with an idea, though. And that is to make up for all the lewdness in his head. She makes them go on a date where Kotoura-san is in control for the most part. And they do. They go out on a date, it's cute, they go shopping, it's pretty funny because he wants her to wear pervy stuff when they were shopping for clothes, and he goes and gets her. She gets mad at him. She gets her some takoyaki to eat, you know, the little snack, and this episode so far is going pretty good. It's kind of funny. There's another scene where the VP and the president are at the VP's house, and he's like, "Are you sure? Why did you really do this?" You know, she's like, "Well, I was trying to simulate her, you know," and so she could get her powers back, or else because I hope she hasn't lost them permanently, and. The mom walks in. He's like, "Mom, you gotta knock." She's like, "Why? You weren't doing anything wrong. You should be doing stuff wrong." Because the mom loves the president, by the way. She does. She's like, "You could come over. I want you to have dinner here every night." I mean, I'm sure in her head those two are gonna get married, and that's gonna be her daughter-in-law since they were little. You know, I'm sure and that's the thought through the president's head too. You know, but the VP's just playing games a little bit. You know, he knows what he has. But Yeah, so that's pretty much the episode. The episode ends with them having fun, and then Manabe agreed they should go on another date sometime, and she's like super happy about it. And that's where the episode ended. And then, had the episode ended here, I'd have given this sucker a 3. Because it was funny, it made me laugh, it was lighthearted, exactly what I was expected. But there was some cool stuff in with the fact that she lost her powers. That's interesting developments. But then we got extra scenes at the end of the episode, and this kicked it up. This kicked it up a notch. As she's like telling Manabe to hurry up, some dude, I think it's the dude, right, passes her. She gets a psychic flash of him like beating this chick, and I think he may have killed her. That's how dark the flash is. It was just a flash of darkness from this one passerby, which overwhelms her because she goes from hearing no voices to hearing that voice, and her eyes go all dull, and she falls, and she collapses, and that's how the episode ends. And that's a hell of an ending. You know, again, those of us who like the darkness in this show, a lot of people complain when there's not any in an episode. They want it all the time. Again, my philosophy on it should be used sparingly, and this was the perfect touch. You know, just when you thought, okay, interesting stuff, they're on a date, she still doesn't have her powers back. And then even when the episode ended, you're like, really? They didn't wrap things up by giving her back her powers? Oh, I wonder where this is going. And all of a sudden, she gets them back, and it's the darkness. Now, the next episode is called Everyone's Around Me. You see, like, police tapes and sirens. You see a scene with her mom in the present. So, there you go. We're going to get more of her mother in the next episode. And we're going to get this dark crime, or something, this violence that went down. So it's going to be some interesting stuff. Maybe she solves a crime with her psychicness. So we'll see. We'll see. But that being said, I'm going to rate this episode like a 3.5 out of... Like, it was a 3. This thing, it's almost a 4. You know what? I'm going to kick it up and give it a 4. I'm going to say this episode was a 4 because of the ending. That's Blast of Tempest now because of the ending. And this, Kotoura, because of the ending. Now, although the other show review also had an extra scene at the end, just like Kotoura did, that one didn't really... It was more funny. But this extra scene definitely kicked it up a notch. This splash of darkness, just to hints to the episode to come, is brilliant. So, that being said, click it up if you like it, comment if you must, and please, please, please subscribe if you can. And this is your buddy Alert Wolf signing out.